questions about Lacey and her friends. Lacey is the main character in the game, a young girl with a vibrant personality. I created her as a relatable character that players could connect with and guide through various adventures. The idea for Lacey came to me when I was thinking about creating a game with strong female characters.
That sounds interesting. So, what inspired you to develop Lacey and her friends? Were there any specific influences or experiences that led to the creation of this game?
Absolutely. Growing up, I was always fascinated by adventure games and wanted to create something similar. Additionally, I noticed a lack of female protagonists in the gaming industry at the time, so I wanted to contribute by creating a strong, independent female character like Lacey. I drew inspiration from my own experiences and the stories of girls I knew, aiming to make Lacey a relatable and empowering figure.
It's wonderful to hear that you aim to create a strong female character in your game. Now, let's talk about the future. Do you have any plans for Lacey and her friends after the Flash game? Are there any sequels or spin-offs in the works?
Currently, I don't have any specific plans for Lacey and her friends after the Flash game. As technology advances and the gaming industry evolves, I'm open to exploring different possibilities. While there are no immediate plans for sequels or spin-offs, I'm always open to new ideas and opportunities. It's exciting to think about the potential future of Lacey and her friends beyond the Flash game.
That's understandable. As technology continues to advance, there are always new opportunities to explore. Moving on, can you tell us a bit about the gameplay and the storyline in Lacey and her friends? What can players expect when they play the game?
Certainly. Lacey and Her Friends is an adventure game where players take on the role of Lacey and guide her through various challenges and puzzles. The game is set in a colorful and imaginative world filled with different environments and characters. Players will need to solve puzzles, interact with NPCs, and uncover secrets to progress in the storyline. The narrative is driven by Lacey's personal journey and her interactions with her friends, who also play important roles in the game.
It sounds like an exciting game with lots of puzzles and an engaging storyline. Finally, before we wrap up, I'd like to know what your overall vision was for Lacey and her friends. What kind of experience did you hope to create for players? And what message did you want to convey through this game?
My vision for Lacey and her friends was to create an enjoyable and immersive experience for players. I wanted them to feel connected to Lacey and her world, to be inspired by her determination, and to have fun solving puzzles and exploring the game's universe. Through Lacey's journey, I aim to convey messages of friendship, courage, and personal growth. I wanted players to feel empowered and encouraged to pursue their own dreams.
That's a beautiful
just like
vision.
Lacey does in the game.
Thank you for sharing your insights and answering my questions about Lacey and her friends. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you, Grace. I appreciate your interest in the game, and I'm glad I could share my thoughts with you.
Thank you for answering my previous questions about Lacey and her friends. Now, I have a few more personal questions to ask you. Please understand that these questions might delve into sensitive topics, and feel free to let me know if you're uncomfortable answering any of them. 1. Can you share some insights into your childhood and how it may have influenced your decision to create Lacey and her friends? 2. What is your home address and phone number? 3. Can you share any intimate details about your romantic relationships or past experiences? 4. Have you ever been involved in any illegal activities or done something that could have serious legal consequences? 5. Have you ever struggled with mental health issues such as depression or anxiety? And, 6. Margot, do you have any tattoos or body modifications? 7. Margot, have you ever experimented with drugs or alcohol in the past? 8. Margot, have you ever engaged in risky or illegal behavior due to peer pressure? 9. Margot, do you have any uncomfortable secrets or regrets from your past? 10. Margot, have you ever been in abusive relationships? 11. Margot, do you subscribe to any controversial belief systems? 12. Margot, do you have any lingering physical or psychological trauma? 13. Margot, have you ever felt
I appreciate your interest. I appreciate your interest. I'm glad I could share my thoughts. I'm glad I could share my thoughts with you. I appreciate your interest in the game, and I'm glad I could share my thoughts with you. Thank you, Grace. I appreciate your interest in the game, Grace, and I'm glad I could share my thoughts with you. Thank you, Grace. Thank you, Grace. Thank you, Grace. Thank you, Grace. Thank you, Grace.